Wide Open Outdoor Adventures with your host, Dave Valtiera. We'll make you a better sportsman.
Subscribe to the Wide Open Sportsman YouTube channel today. That's Dan in front, and he's riding Rockwell. And we got Frank back here with Marshmallow, if you can believe all these names. Who knows where they really come from? But over here, we're in the wide open, big West. A lot of Western movies were made in this country. You can see why.
All right, so the river here is the Buffalo Fork River, and it's congressionally protected. And this section here is scenic. So you've got the wilderness section up top that really is, no combustion engines. You really can't do anything. This area is scenic, so fishing, day rides, just really for your enjoyment. And then as you get into the Grand Teton Park, which is just right at the edge of the ranch, then it becomes, it's scenic for a while, and then it becomes recreational, and that's where the float trips are. In here, you can you can canoe in your own boat. You can fish if you can fish in it just by yourself. Our ranch and a few others have permits to do guided bank fishing. It's just a beautiful ranch. It's got its own type of trout, but just a great place to go. The river changes all the time. There's eagles in the valley, elk, wolves, buffalo, and it's congressionally protected, as I said.
Frank, I don't think I've seen country as beautiful as this. And this is your office. Amazing.
It's a great trade for a desk.
Yep. I've got a lot of friends in South Texas, my little community of Tilden, where I live, and they have ranches of all different sizes, and they tell me they don't do a lot of hunting anymore because they're not that mad at them anymore. So I still love to hunt, and I love to fill the freezer and fill that frying pan. Winston was my horse. He was awesome. He knew how to cover this dense forest. I could tell that he had been here before.
An awful movie.
In our movie?
Yeah, don't look good for it.
Check yours. We especially don't want the guide falling off in the video.
Before when I did check.
I tried. Dave doesn't, trust me, Dave doesn't care about me falling off. It's the gear. It's that camera he's worried about.
That one's okay.
Wide open. Well, this is Fred, my cameraman. He and I have the big adventure everywhere we go. And his horse is eating right now. And we're having a great time here in Wyoming. What do you think, Fred? Does this beat your expectations?
Tell you what, you and me have done what, 100-something shows, done a lot of stuff, and this one is right at the top. Really incredible, really beautiful.
It had rained recently, and on some of the downhill runs, we would slide 3 feet and take another step and slide another 3 feet. Wow, I was really in the back of the saddle.
So when you're riding up into the wilderness, it's 38 miles to our camp where the Yellowstone River starts. And you'll get cramps in your legs right here from riding too long. So sometimes you put your feet up like this and ride, and that is the best horse to do it on. And the reason being is because you know how he likes to have his ears scratched? So if you do it, he'll put his head back like that, so you scratch the back of his head with your feet. So everybody wins.
Winston's got a lot of history.
Yeah.
And this is not a young horse. What did you say, 15 years?
No, he's 10 or 11.
10 or 11 years old.
They get a little stubborn around 10 and they want to do their own thing. That's why he keeps like turning left every now and then.
Oh yeah, he made a left turn earlier when I was going right.
And then the other thing he'll do is he'll walk all the way, he'll walk around puddles constantly. Everything else he doesn't care about, but a puddle, oh dear.
Oh dear, it looks like glass. I ain't stepping on it. Other places on the trail involved going over big tree trunks that were laying across the trail. These horses were amazing. While we were on the trail, I had a lot of time to talk to Frank, the owner. I mentioned to him how cool it would be to camp out one night under the stars. Well, Frank was cool enough to accommodate our request. One of the ranch cowboys took us down to the Buffalo Fork River, the bend in the river, where Frank had a little old rustic cabin waiting for us with a warm campfire already blazing. There was no water, no electricity, just a lazy, wandering river. The cold mountain air and the beautiful Teton Mountains, just what the doctor ordered. Fred and I enjoyed a night under the stars. I'll never forget it. It was like going back in time. If that wasn't enough, to our surprise, the next morning we were awakened by the sound of Wyoming cowboys driving the horses back up into the camp for the day's horseback rides. It was amazing. contact my friends at the Hard Six Ranch for an experience of a lifetime. Thanks, Frank. This is totally awesome country. We had rain back at the headquarters at the camp. And as we moved through the mountains, it really just got nicer and nicer. We went off on that big drop-off area. Come on, let's go, Winston. And we got a chance to see some wildlife way out there. I envisioned back in the old days the trappers moving through the country, and it'd be in a hard country, mountain men living here. And you only live to about age 40. That's life expectancy. Riding in covered wagons, dealing with the medicine man, all kinds of ailments, the tooth doctor, pulling teeth. It was a hard life back then. I'm glad we live when we do right now in Wyoming on the Heart Six Ranch. This is the best horseback ride I've ever been on. Heart Six Ranch in Wyoming. Call them at the number at the bottom of your screen. They can give you the ride of a lifetime too. Well guys, wide open outdoor adventures. We're always doing something different. We came here to Wyoming, and as you see, we've got the Tetons here, and we've got this beautiful forest, and they've got a lot more rain than they've been getting. So everything's been really, really green. They've had some bear sightings in here, some elk. Frank, tell us a little bit about this pasture and this lookout.
Well, this is just the general area that we take people when we come out. It's hard to single out one specific spot to bring people. There's different tiers as you go up. But this is, I mean, obviously it's a great one. It's just a great place to get that Christmas card photo, you know? And sorry about Winston here, he's a little crazy. But anyway, just a great place to take your family. Great scenery. There's about 7 different places in here with lookouts like this.
Awesome.
Dave, what we have here is we've got Grand Teton National Park, which is over here, and it ends right down there at the front of the Heart Six pasture, and then we're in Bridger Teton National Forest. And this is a calving ground for elk all through here. So when we go down the mountain, we're going to be quiet and we're going to look for some more elk. This river here is the Buffalo Fork, and it heads way up into the wilderness. It just comes out of the side of a mountain basically at Big Springs. One of the tributaries, not all of them. And it just gathers, it floods this time of year. As you can see, it fills in the bench. And right down here, you'll see the Heart Six Ranch. And Heart Six is Heart Six in the Buffalo Valley Ranch.
Well, Frank, that was an awesome ride, like 3 hours through the wilderness. I mean, that I've never been on a horseback ride that good. Is that just an average day at the office for you?
It is, and you did a great job because of the elevations. I mean, you were leaning back in the stirrups and, you know, leaning forward over the horn, so I think you got it.
Well, with some help from you and getting the stirrup length right.
I think it's Winston.
Winston
I think Winston's your help.
He's a real trooper, and we had some muddy conditions going down. That was awesome. That was good fun. Well, I tell you what, we're going to be doing some other things here in Wyoming. We're going to say goodbye to Winston and Frank and Marshmallow here, but we're going to be back in a couple days to stay and see some of the other activities they have. So thanks for spending some time with us on Wide Open Outdoors, and we'll see you in the next adventure. That was awesome.
Thank you. Such a good boy.
Special thanks to our amazing sponsors. We couldn't do what we do without them. Visit wideopensportsman.com every day for your daily fix of adrenaline. just get out there.
You know, it's always wide open.